What's going on, guys? My name is Nick, and this is my 2007 Mini Cooper S. Now I know what you're thinking, a Mini? I know it's not really me. I'm a Honda guy at heart, and I love Japanese cars. I've never had a Euro car before. I've always liked Euro cars. My friends have them. They're kind of a pain to work on, but here we go. I got myself a BMW. I guess let me talk about the car a little bit. We can do a little walk around. I bought this thing not sight unseen, but I bought it off of somebody who posted it online. I didn't really care about how nice the car actually was. I just knew, I've been driving my fiance's Mini around. She has a 2019 Mini Cooper S, and that thing is super nice. And I just wanted one for myself. So I found out the R56, which is like the 06 to 2014, I believe, had a Liberty Walk wide body kit. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy an R56 and I'm gonna wide body it. And I did know of this car. This car was in the area. I bought off a girl named Lauren. I did see it at some shows, I believe, within the last few years. And it already has the Liberty Walk wide body kit on it, which is an expensive kit. I know it, well, it just has the flares, but the flares alone are like $2,500. So that's cool. And it's already got wheels, and it's already got a bunch of really cool stuff done to it. I am gonna do some more Liberty Walk stuff to this car to make it more genuine, I guess, but let's go around what's done to it right now. On the outside here, we have the Liberty Walk fender flares, which is my favorite part about this car. This thing is wrapped, ignore the bird poop, but this thing is wrapped, I believe it's diamond white. It's very sparkly, you can't really see. And then it's got the purple and black stripe there. We have the clutch wheels right here. I believe these are 17x8, and the rears are 17x9. In the front, we have I think we have squared tires. So I believe this is a 215. Actually, let's see. Yeah, 215/45, and then I believe back here is also a 215/45. These are Falcon Azenis RT615s, I believe, which are a pretty cool grippy tire. Here we have whatever this wing is. I have no idea what brand it is. I'm a little bit ahead of myself. I got the Liberty Walk plate, which will make more sense once I have the side skirts and the rear bumper and the diffuser and all that stuff. But for now, I have a stock bumper with this little homemade diffuser here. There's a Borla exhaust. This thing does have spacers to space it out. They don't look too thick. Actually, the front doesn't look like it has a spacer, and then the rear has like a 1-inch spacer, it looks like. This thing's wrapped. The headlights are super cool. So we have what I believe are originally Spyder headlights, and now they have Morimoto everything in them. I believe they're Morimoto lenses and LED bulbs. It's got this little Morimoto halo here, and then there's some lights in here as well, and then the switchback was installed as well. The switchback is really sweet. So here's what it looks like. And then if we turn on the hazards, you can see the turn signals. They're sequential, really, really cool. We got this little homemade front lip right there. And then inside of the car, we have this NRG Steering Wheel, these Braum Seats with Braum Harnesses as well. There's a bolt-in roll cage. Technically a roll bar. I believe it's just a 4-point custom headliner. There's some aftermarket pedals, the shift boot, the shifter, the e-brake. There's a forged diverter valve, and the Borla exhaust. It's stock tune. The car's pretty much stock. It's got this stuff going on in here. Sorry, I should say performance-wise, the car is mostly stock. It's on Raceland, which ride horrible. The ride is absolutely terrible. So let's go over what I don't like about the car and what I'm going to be changing. First of all, I do like the wrap, and she did a really good job on the white. So as you can see, there's like some staining going on in here. I don't know if this can come out. From what I'm being told, it can't. You can't really get that out of the wrap. So that's pretty baked in there. We're going to be changing the color of this car. I'm going to keep the color of the car a secret for now, but it will be changing. The other thing that I don't like is the wrap job on the chrome trim is really bad. So I'm going to be peeling that off. I'm actually going to be painting this black. This kind of looks a little sketchy. I do like the colors. It's just a little worn down. I might not touch that. I don't like the lug nuts. They're a pain, because to get the key on them, you have to unscrew the tips, and then the tips are all seized on most of them. So we're going to be getting new lug nuts. Oh, I should mention that this halo in here and this other light right here are both RGB. You should have seen in the opening video. And then there is Demon Eyes in here as well, and those are RGB. The wiring for these headlights is really bad. They like to cut out a lot, so I have to completely redo the wiring. It's also all over the engine bay. The car needs a valve cover gasket pretty bad, so I'll be replacing that. I will tell you that I am also going to be getting rid of the purple stripe. I do like purple, and I do like the way this car looks now, but this car is too recognizable at this point. Everybody realizes whose car it was and who I bought it off of, and I just really need to make this thing my own. So I will be keeping some stuff, but changing a lot of things. My plan is to go with the dual AG front bumper replica, like a Duralast one, because they're like $500 for the replica or $1,500 for the real thing. Don't hose me on that, because I'm not paying $1,500 for a front bumper. I will be paying for the Liberty Walk side skirts that are $750, and the Liberty Walk rear bumper, which is, I believe, also $750. The diffuser for the Liberty Walk bumper is $550, I believe. So I mean, I'm going to be spending a decent amount of money on Liberty Walk parts, but that's fine. Going to change the tail lights. Like I said, we're getting rid of the purple stripe, but we are going to keep purple as the accent color. So this S is going to stay purple, and I'm probably going to do the brakes purple. On the inside, I do want to track this car, and these seatbelts are expired, so I'm going to be replacing the seatbelts. I'm kind of going back and forth on this, because this is a 5-point, but it doesn't have the submarine hole. They just, the submarine belt comes up underneath, which isn't the safest. I would like to do a 4-point harness that like does the breakaway thing so that it's safe, but I do want it to be purple because I like that. I'm probably going to change the steering wheel. It's not my favorite. I don't really like, I mean, I do like the glitter, and the neochrome, but there's just a lot of that going on in this car, and I'd like to get rid of that. Inside of the car, these pillars, I do like the headliner like this, but having the pillars like that too all the way back is a little much, so I'm going to be wrapping the pillars black. These pedals are kind of messed up, so they got to go. They are also uncomfortable to use. Pedals are gone. This shift boot will be changing, but I do really like this shift knob. This will probably be changing. It's kind of cool, but it's worn out, doesn't look that great. These gotta go. They're like textured, they look really rough. I'm sure that was done on purpose, but I do not like it, so this has to go back to stock. These are going to be black, and I'm going to replace all of them. And then these are painted and not in that great shape. I believe they're painted over the sticker, and it's peeling back now. It does not look good. That's going to get redone or replaced. The cage is going to stay purple. I do really like the cage purple, and then we're going to be putting a different radio in here. I've been going back and forth between getting one up here to replace the speedometer, but when I drive this car at night, I love how big this speedometer is. I know that's like, some people hate it and some people love it. I absolutely love it, so I do not want to get rid of this speedometer. So what I'm going to be doing is getting a dash kit that goes down here that removes the CD player and this volume knob, and then all of this stuff moves down a little bit, and then you can fit a doubled in radio right here. That's what's going to be going in here. And then the suspension needs to be replaced. I really want to do bags, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It's a lot of money, and I have my wedding coming up in a couple of years, or in a year and a half, that I'm saving up for. I don't know if I want to spend $3,000 on bags when I could spend like $1,000 on coilovers, and I have another car project that I want to get into as well, and I got to finish the Civic. It's just a lot of money to spend. I don't make anything off of YouTube for the most part, not nearly enough to pay for that. So we'll see. Maybe I can get some sponsors or something. But let's start it up and go for a ride. So a couple more things that I want to go over. The brake light is on. That's the only like bad light that's on in the car. The reason that that's on is because the rear brake pads are low. There's a sensor in these cars, and once the brake pads get to a certain point, that sensor breaks and triggers this fault. I have new pads and a new sensor, so that'll be going in. On top of that, we have the seatbelt light on for the seatbelt delete and using harnesses instead, and then the airbag light is on for the steering wheel, and probably, I believe there were airbags in the seats and in the seatbelt is probably triggering that as well. I do want to get rid of that. I want to figure that out because this is normally where your speed is. Instead, my speed is down here, but normally you have speed up here and like temperature down here, which I like that a lot better. You can still get it to show that way by clicking in this thing here. Also, cruise control is gone because of the steering wheel. I'd like to put that in somewhere, maybe using the cruise control switch from an FRS, because I do really like that cruise control switch. So that's a project that we might end up doing. I'm gonna trick everything to make the airbag light go off. This screen is broken. It's working right now, but as you drive, it starts to get all messed up. You know, typical E46, E92, E39, BMW broken screen stuff. No check engine light. The car runs great. This hub is made for a steering wheel that's like this, where the bolt, instead of having one up here, it has a bolt here and a bolt here. So the hub is technically supposed to be installed like that. The reason that I know that is because when you turn your turn signal on and you turn your wheel, when you come back, that doesn't actually get it to turn off. You have to go a little bit over to get the turn signal to turn off. And then when you turn the other way, it actually turns off like right around here. So you can tell that the turn signal thing is a little bit jarred. It needs to be straightened out. That could be easily done by switching to a different steering wheel. So that's something that I'm gonna do. The windows are tinted in this car. I have really bad luck with that here in Michigan. I get tickets for it all the time, so it's just a matter of time. I'm not gonna peel them off right now, but every car that I've ever had have been pulled over in at least once. In the FRS, I got a really bad ticket for it. It was like a civil infraction, and I had to go to court and fight it. And my black Civic, I was pulled over for it. I didn't have tinted windows in the white Civic, but in my neon, I had a neon back in the day, and I was pulled over probably 8 times for window tint before I got a ticket. It's just something I'm really unlucky with here. So I usually don't tint the front windows, but I buy cars like that. Everybody else tints the front windows, so we'll see what happens. I'll go to court if I have to, but hopefully that kind of stuff doesn't happen. We're gonna go ahead and start driving here. The exhaust on this thing sounds so good. It's actually probably the best sounding car I've ever owned. And it's like kind of quiet. It's like, it seems like it's sort of loud from outside, but it does not drone. You can talk while you're in the car. It's so nice. I'm gonna switch here and show you a little pull maybe. How the car looks from the inside. It sounds really good. We get some backfire sometimes in this thing. And like I said, it is stock tuned, so it's not anything crazy. It's about as fast as my FRS, maybe a little bit faster. Bianca's Mini is quite a bit faster than this one. Pull over and I'll do like a little sound clip so you can hear the exhaust. other issues I can think about is the key battery is dead. Also, I only have one key. I need to get a spare. I did order new batteries for this, but it has to be soldered in, so I'll make a video showing how to do that. If we open up the door down here, we have these flickering LEDs underneath there that need to be replaced, and then there's also this this floodlight that's supposed to be the Mini logo, but you can kind of see it here. It's all broken, so we need to order a new one of those and put that in. It's broken on both sides. The other thing is this piece needs to be replaced. I'm sure I can get something cool to go here, maybe aftermarket. I mean, this one's fine too, so if I can get another one of those, that's good. So other things we'll be doing, dress up hardware, and then I would like to tune this car and take it to the track. I think that'd be really cool. So make a little bit more power, go to the track. So that's gonna be the end of this video. For those of you who are concerned about me not having my Honda, don't worry. I'm not moving away from Hondas. I will have that car forever. I will sell all of my other cars and keep my Honda. Like that's not gonna happen. But this is my Mini now. I'm just expanding my car realm, I guess, so to speak. Let me know what you think. The girl who built this car did a really good job. There's obviously, it's got its stuff wrong with it. Most of it's just because it's old at this point, but we're gonna be going over this car, making everything better. There's gonna be a lot of videos on it, a lot of videos on the FRS, a lot of videos on the Honda, a lot of videos on the Poop Civic right there. Hi, Poop Civic. That car's terrible, but there will be some very useful footage on all of these things. I'll be posting more often now, so you don't have to worry about that. If you like the videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, because that helps a lot. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. That's amazing. I can't wait to just keep going with this and making more videos for you guys. So thanks again for watching. Peace out.